Hi Aquarius, how are you? How's things? Welcome to Eriu Tarot Readings. I'm Eriu and you're very welcome, very welcome to your bi-weekly reading from the 1st of September to the 17th of September 2017. Now, as you know, this is a general reading, so what does that mean? It won't always resonate with you. Not every single aspect is going to resonate with you, and that's fine. It's not a personal reading, and to be honest, I wouldn't expect everything to resonate with you. But do check out your moon. Do check out your moon and your rising sign videos as well, because you actually might just get a little bit more clarity from them, and you take from that what you can. All right, if you're not sure what that is, your moon or your rising sign, don't worry, there is a link below this video. If you click on that, you'll be able to calculate your moon, your rising sign in about 2 minutes. Easy breezy. Yes. All right, Aquarius, how are you? How have you been? I've missed you guys, and I was going to say I haven't missed you too much because I've actually been hanging around with a lot of my Aquarius and Gemini friends lately, so I've been mentally fulfilled and I've had a lot of fun as well. So I'm glad to be back with you here. Hope you've had a lovely August. Hope you've really enjoyed yourself now. We're coming into beautiful September. I mean, isn't September just a lovely month overall? It's gorgeous, isn't it? It's beautiful. So I hope you took some R&R. I hope you did. And now let's see what the next 2 weeks are going to be for you. So this is the original format that I've used, which is 6 cards for the 2 weeks. So we're looking at 3 cards for 1 week, 3 cards for the second week. And then I pick for your love reading 3 cards that thread through those general readings. Because let's face it, it's always connected, isn't it? It's always connected. All right, Aquarius. If you haven't done it already, what do I always say? Cup of tea, cup of coffee, sandwich, dinner, whatever. Grab what you want and kind of settle into this reading that we're going to do together. Yeah, let's see what's coming your way. Let's see what's coming your way. It's like snuggle in as well, because the nights, well, over in Dublin anyway, nights are getting a bit chillier. So I'm already starting to wear my little autumn jumpers, which in fairness I love, but at the same time you're like, oh, summer's really over, innit? All right. If I need to clarify, I will. So the top week, since we're looking at 17 days, right? So the top week is going to be the 1st to the 9th. And the second week, the bottom line, is going to be the 10th to the 17th. Start, middle, and end. Start, middle, and end. Let's see what's going on. Oh, nice. Oh. Aquarius. It's going to take... I'm sorry, I'm actually a bit under the weather as well. So if you hear me taking a swig of some apple and cinnamon tea, that's me. So make sure my voice doesn't go. Right. You're coming out of something, Aquarius. Be it a job, be it a relationship. It feels like something's just ended. Now, it doesn't feel very severe, it doesn't feel very harsh, but you're coming out of it, and it's more of a quieter thing you're coming out of. It's like either you're not really telling anyone about it, or you don't feel it's huge, or it's just a case that you're like, you know what, I'm just leaving this behind now, closing the door on something. And I feel like you're coming out in the world at the start of this week and you're kind of like, oh, anyone like to take my pentacle? Here I am with my pentacle. This is you coming in as the Nine of Pentacles here. And Pentacles is Virgo, Taurus and Capricorn energy. So we've got beautiful earth elements. So trying to keep your feet on the ground. Now, that to me is also saying you're trying to keep a quite grounded, practical approach to where you're going in this new chapter, or at least over the next 2 weeks. Some of you may be leaving a job and you're saying, well, look, this is something I have to offer. I'm looking for new employment. Take me on, take me on, take me on. Pick me. If it's, well, this is everything bar love. But just say, for the sake of it, if this is love, you're kind of coming out of a few things. You're saying, that person didn't work out, this person didn't work out, this one I kind of liked, that didn't really happen. And now you're kind of just making everything a little bit smaller, a little bit more focused. And you're saying, okay, objective, this is the pentacle I want to kind of give to someone. But we'll cover that anyway in the love reading. But it's more of there's a shyness attached to this here, and a cautious thing. Now the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight in the entire deck. Sure, look, he's not even moving. The horse isn't even moving. What you're doing essentially is sitting there, observing, surveying the land, seeing how the land lies and seeing what the best approach now is to take. Also, what direction you want to take and what's best for you. So let me just, but It's like as well, you're coming into something, and I think you feel it coming at the middle of this week. Hold on now, Aquarius. What's going on with you? Because we've got the Devil here, which rules Capricorn. Now, as I said, Knight of Pentacles is actually a lovely card. The Devil card now, what you're walking into, or maybe it's the case that you know this is coming, and that's why you've kind of stopped the horse, and you're saying what the best way to deal with this is. Now, the Devil, as I said, Capricorn, being attached to things, having ties to things that no longer serve us. But in many ways, us purposely staying in this kind of bad, toxic energy. It can be a relationship, more than likely, most of the time it is. But in other ways, it could just be our friendships that we have with people, or our connections that we have with people. It's about, it can be about obsession, about possession. It can be about abuse in some sort of way. So not only substance or toxic, what we're looking at is maybe physical as well, and emotional, but also this card is about being stuck in a loop for me, right? In a loop, getting stuck in your loop. It's about doing things the exact same way over and over again in the hopes that you'll have a different outcome. Now, we all know you do that, you're going to drive yourself absolutely mental. But you can walk away. That's the thing. You may be involved with someone here. It may be work, or maybe just friendship or whatever. And there's something toxic. For a lot of you, I think actually it's a family member. But let me just check. Two for Aquarius. We're going to go with 3. I love a 3. Okay. Right. So, for some of you, if you are leaving something, if you are leaving a job, and you're moving home, maybe because financially you need to take care of things. For others of you, it could be a case that you're moving from one place to another, and you're venturing into a place maybe that you don't really want to be in. Now, it is a nice place. That's what I will say. I get though that you feel like you're kind of going a bit backwards. You're kind of going, I don't really want to go back here. There's nothing technically really overly wrong with it, but it's just not the place that you want to physically be in. Why is that? Well, because when I said it was family, it could very well be family. You may have 2 family members. Now, these are both queens, right? But that doesn't mean that the family members, like, they could be male, because we both harness both feminine and masculine energy. Therefore, it flows through men and women. So it could be a guy that displays maybe more queen-like characteristics, or it could be a woman who displays queen-like characteristics, right? We got that. Cool. Now, in this particular place, which I deem as home, is like a beautiful home actually, because we've got the 4 of Wands. That's fire, that's Leo, Sagittarius and Aries, and this is the coming home card for me. Do you know, it's the love and support and nurture that you get, that you can only get from home, and it kind of re-energizes you and revitalizes you. So it's nice here. But however, we got 2 queens under this roof, and there's a little bit of a problem. For some of you there, just got, it's your cousin. Like, it's definitely your cousin that you're having to go into this home-like environment. Now, they're both queens. They both have beautiful attributes. Queen of Wands, as I said, is fire. So Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. We've got warmth, compassion, love, lust, passion, and in many ways responsibility and creativity. For the Queen of Cups, we've got Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. We have beautiful emotion and everything that comes with that, even the emotions that we deem to be negative. They're not negative, it's just our emotions are varied, okay? But this person is fantastic with understanding what emotions are. I'll say they, right, for the sake of it. They understand that emotions fluctuate constantly, and that they ebb and flow, and that at times it can be quite severe and the waves come crashing in, and other times it's really calm and peaceful, like you're at a lake. It's kind of that sort of thing. They understand that, and they're emotionally very, very nurturing, and they want to take you under their wing. Now, 2 different queens, but what are we having an issue with here? Well, the fact that we've 2 queens under one roof. Hey now. That can be a bit tricky, can it not? And I kind of feel like you don't really want to go in and have to deal with this scenario here. You may have dealt with that before. You may have lived with these people before. You may have just encountered these people before. It may also be a community that you're going to now, or coming back to, where these 2 people reside, or they work. And you're like, I don't really want to have to deal with these 2 again. It's not the case that they're 2 horrible people. I don't feel that at all. They're just very different, and I feel like a lot of the time you get stuck in the middle of this, and you get pulled back and forth between these 2 people here, between these 2 queens, and you're like, Jesus, you know what, I just want to, no, I want to be by myself, alright? I know Aquarius likes their alone time as well. It's like, I want to be by myself. And I feel like at times you have been an ear for them, both. And yeah, this This is, I keep seeing high-rise. High-rise apartments or high-rise block. Yeah. The problem is with these two queens, they don't actually see each other for who they are. Look, they're both looking away. Though they also don't want to see each other for who they are, because they feel like they're too different, and therefore they'll conflict with each other, and there'll be this weird tension. And you've kind of always been the person in the middle of all of that. So what I'll say is to you, you don't need to be in this toxic energy. Don't put yourself in the middle anymore. Don't be the ear for both of them, okay? Just say, look, I don't want to be involved in this anymore. Thank you very much. I just want to get on with my life. Thanks very much. Great. All right. And let them get on with it. And they're queens and they'll get over it, so don't worry about it. Now, at the end of the week, now you have Two of Wands. So you've, nice, okay. So you've decided, right, look, I'm not going to deal with these two. They can balance themselves out. More importantly, you're saying, I need to balance myself out a bit more. We have the two here. And wands, again, as I said, Leo, Sagittarius and Aries can mean beautiful love and lust and creativity. But it's about taking your destiny and putting it into your own hands and saying, look, I can't just rely on fate to let this happen. I've got to knock on some doors myself, got to do it myself, and at least try. I have to try. I feel like some of you are actually considering moving overseas, or you're looking overseas for new perspectives. Is it a case that you want to expand maybe your CV, or is it a case that you just want to expand yourself and you're like, do you know what? This is nice. I'm happy to, well, you're somewhat happy to come back to this, but it's not really what I want. Let's get back to me. And, you know, hold your destiny in your hands and see what you want and look at this and question it. What's the world that you want to have? Where do you want to be? And more importantly, visualize and see yourself there. Don't just wonder about it. Take the steps forward to do that. But I like that you're considering you again. Right, that's important. And not only now have you changed the pentacle, you've changed your pentacle, sorry, into the world. And you're taking things at a more, I guess, serious nature. Not that you didn't before, but now you're really contemplating expansion. And I keep hearing like the destination is key. The destination is key. Like, and I think that's why you're looking beyond your own garden fence. Do you know? So yeah, good. A lot of contemplation going on here the first week. So, but that's fine. That's nice. Right, your second week for the 10th to the 17th, start, middle and end of this week. We have the 5 of Wands, the 5 of Cups and the 8 of Wands. So we've got a bit more wands going on here. You're really starting to dig deep and feel like, what gives me joy? What do I love? I want to do this. Now, 5 of Wands, we've got arguments. Got a bit of arguments. People may not be happy with the route that you go down, Aquarius. People may not be happy about that. People will ask questions as to why you're doing this. What's the point? Why do you want to bother? Why do you even bother doing it? And they're going to be belligerent towards it because they don't really get why you're doing what you're doing. Is that the best approach from their point of view? No, absolutely not. Of course it's not. Because sometimes we don't need to just, if we don't understand, it doesn't mean that we can't accept. You're going to come up against opposition, Aquarius. You know you are as well. I think that's why there's this vibe of contemplation in the first week. You know you're going to come up against these people. And you're going to come up against their questions. Keep hearing the questioning. And you're kind of sitting back and going, well, why the bloody hell are they asking me so many questions? I'm happy with what I'm doing. I don't ask them half the questions they're asking me. Why can't they just accept that this is me? And I'm doing this for myself. Look, it's wands again, it's fiery, but there's love there as well. So some of these people may be coming to you and saying, approaching it in a way that the delivery is less than desirable, but their love and good intent is behind it. Sometimes it is just the delivery. But I feel like you're going to take it really personally as well here, Aquarius, because you got the 5 of Cups. You got the 5 of Cups. So we talked about Cups energy. Also, may I just add, it could be because these two queens here, which we had here, if you have Queen of Wands lady in your life, she may be approaching you like this. If you have a Queen of Cups lady in your life, she may be approaching you by this. It's just to try and figure out from their point of view why you want to do what you want to do. But as I said, it doesn't mean that it's easy on you. It's not. The Cups energy is what we've spoken about. Okay, beautiful Cups, emotional, but 5 of Cups is a bit hard. 2 5s together, it can equate to a 10, but there's no real completion because it's not a 10. What you're essentially at is a severe crossroads in your life. Okay, what way do I go now? I get that you have the path I get you, you kind of know the path. You've known this for a while. You know the path, but it's just the opposition that you're coming up against. I feel like your more emotional resources are down, and that's why you can't fight as much, or you can't, like, there's no swords here, so you're not vocalizing as much why you're doing why you want to do it, you know, and so it's having an effect on you. And I'm not surprised. 5 of Cups comes down here, and this is all about your cups pretty much being kicked over, spilled over. See them here? And this is you. Experience is really, it's a very, very sad card. I think it's just, you're just a bit hurt, the fact that people just won't accept. And you know, you're Aquarius, you pretty much accept everyone for how they are. You may not always agree, but you still accept them, because at the heart of it all, you're a humanitarian and you believe in individualism and being genuine and being authentic. And so when you try to be that way and people are up against you, you're like, I don't understand why you're even bothering doing this. I accept you for you. I accept that you bitch about her behind her back. You know, I get it. I accept that you get really fired up over nonsense. I accept it. I accept that you cry about nearly every single animal advert that comes on the telly. I don't necessarily agree with it, but I mean, I get that's you. So why can't I just be me? And I think all of this is going to have an effect in the middle of the second week here, Aquarius. Excuse me. You feel like there's a little bit of love lost here, or that people aren't showing you the love that you need, and you will probably more than likely space yourself away from the people and the home even a little bit. You're going, well, I need to just pull away because I just want to not be so tackled every day. Now, it's important to note here that, yeah, your cups are spilled, they're kicked over and they're spilled, and that liquid, that emotional reservoir that you hold, feels very, very low. I want to tell you it's not, though. You got to turn around, you got to see you've another 2 cups here. Let's not focus too much on the negative. Let's bring it back and focus on the positive. Let's focus on the 2. Let's focus on the 2, because that will keep you in check, and that's how you will keep yourself in check. These cups aren't kicked over. They still have that beautiful healing liquid, so allow them to do that for you. Take a sip from these cups. And also, if it's a case that these are people in your life that are like, at you, go to the people. There's probably 2, more importantly, there could be 2 in your life, maybe water signs or maybe air signs, that actually completely believe in what you're doing. And they're like, yeah, absolutely, go for it. So go to them, allow them to fill up the cups again for you and to feel like you can tackle anything. And that's really important, because once you do that and you refill that reservoir, because I do feel it's drained and it's kind of caught up in this river that's flowing away from you, build yourself back up and come at things with love, with passion. Take those 2 of Wands, make it into an 8, quadruple them. And then what do you have? This 8 of Wands. So what's this? This is you now. You've turned around. You're like, I'm gonna, Destiny, what have I been thinking? I got caught up in this and everyone else. And I lost myself for a few minutes there, or even a few days. So you've taken these Wands here, you've multiplied them by 4, you've created 8, and now you're just coming at things hard and fast. This is about really strong, loving communication. Now, our swords communication, yes, but in this particular platform, this also means communication. It's technically Cupid's arrows being shot across, but more importantly, I think this is you going, all right, it's kind of like you know what it is? Your rebellious streak kicks in, Aquarius, and you go, well, you're going to say that to me? You're going to try and have an argument with me? You're going to make me feel bad about yourselves? Middle finger up in the air, and you just go, right, absolutely not. I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. Oops, hit the tripod. I'm getting too passionate now. And you come around and you start to fire these arrows. You're like, opportunity knocks. Let me go. Let me find what my destiny is, and I'm going to find it. None of these people are going to help me. I'm going to do it myself. So you take your bow and arrow and you start firing the air, and you're like, I'm going to apply for this, this, and this. I'm going to get involved in this, this, and this. I'm going to send this and this and this email. I'm going to send my CV here, here, and here. I'm going to actually build up on my skills. I'm going to do this in the evening. I'm going to do that in the daytime. I'm going to do that on Saturdays and Sundays. I'm going to be the best I can be. And you're just firing them all out there, and you're just seeing where they land. And because it's with good intent, and that these are good opportunities for you, like, you might as well go for it. Just see what happens and see what comes back to you. And I'm glad that your renowned stubborn, yes, stubborn, rebellious streak is coming in here, and it's actually taken great form, and it's making you do that. So recognize, okay, recognize this. Recognize this emotion, feel it, and then allow yourself to come back out of it again. Surround yourself with people that believe in you. Surround yourself with people that can emotionally fulfill you. And then boom, you come back into your own, but with force and fierceness. And that's what you want at the end of the 2 weeks, no? Yes, that's beautiful. That's great to end on. That's great. Well, let's check out your love life now. Okay, let's see where we're at, shall we? Let's show Aquarius some love, will we? Would you like some love, Aquarius? Yeah. I don't know, I always feel like people love Aquarians anyway, either way. There'll be someone fancying Aquarius. Scorpios get obsessed with you guys. Oh my god, obsessed. And Scorpio, if you're cross watching this video, well then hey, you've just proved my point. Right, 3, let's, oh, would you like to come out? Alright, let's go. Don't normally pick from the middle, but alright. Okay, let's see. Oh. Alright, Aquarius. Let's have a chat, yeah? For singles, there is someone that's coming in. There has been someone that's been trying to make their way into you. Now, it could be Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, or it could be a fire sign. Now, it could be those, or it could be any sign, but that's what the cards are representing here now. This person kind of does something to you, or you don't really want them to get near to you for some sort of reason. I think it's because they make you feel a weird way. And what does a weird way mean? They make you feel vulnerable, I think, but vulnerable in a really like uncomfortable way. Vulnerability, I guess, in some ways is uncomfortable for all of us. However, it's more of a case they create this unease in you, and they're either only coming in for you at the start of these weeks, or they've been trying to slowly make their way in to you, and you've been having none of it. Singles, you've been having none of it. And what you've done is you've kind of told them in no uncertain terms, like, jog on me, no, take a hike, go, not interested. And it feels like that this was it was a bit of a battle for you to actually create this kind of confrontation. You didn't want to, but you kind of got sucked into it, and then your Aquarius, like, no nonsense, just went, absolutely not, mate, get lost. Now, them trying to creep back in is actually, it's not having, as I said, a very nice effect on you, and you're actually starting to build your walls up slightly about this person or towards this person. Like, they're slightly intimidating to you, and you're kind of going, why do they want to kind of infiltrate my system here? Can they not just bugger off? No, they're not buggering off. I don't know why. There's obviously something about you that they really find attractive. However, I get that you're not interested, and to be honest, I don't fully trust this person anyway. So you're right to create these walls. But what I'll say is, when you have the 9 of Wands here, and you start to let that grow up around you, I don't want you to not completely be open to love. It can feel like you're growing up your security around you because of this person and only to that person, but it could have a knock-on effect where it could still be there for the next person that comes in. So just be careful here. And I would say, honestly, cut down these trees and go straight up to them and say, you're not interested. Like, you gotta leave me alone now. Okay? Just bugger off and leave me alone. There's just like slight, like, not stalker tendencies, but they're looking at everything you're doing. They're keeping tabs on you, mainly through people they know who you know. So be careful what you say to who and where and what you're saying. Be very careful, because it gets back to them. It gets back to them. Now, for couples, you may be struggling, some of you, relationship-wise. You may be putting up your barriers because there may be a lot of confrontation lately, or a lot of arguments. And I get that the other half is trying to, or will try to, give you sort of this token of love and affection. You may not be what you think it is or what it should be. You may see it as them just like hardly doing anything, but please recognize how we love each other in the different ways that we love each other, because that's the thing here. This person feels very opposite to you, to me, and I think that's what kind of brought you together. But do recognize that this person is trying to kind of reconcile, and whatever little small gestures they make, try not to make it too hard on them. They're trying, you know, and why not extend the olive branch? See it for what it is. Look through these wands. See the wood for the trees and get a better perspective on what's going on. Now in the middle card here we have the Two of Swords, right? So this is at the heart of the reading, all this energy from here outwards. You got a few twos there, don't you? Yep, few twos, two twos. And 2 5s, right? So there's definitely a balancing act you're trying to you're trying to sort out over the next 2 weeks. Now, 2 of Swords is finally your energy. It's finally encountered this. This is Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. And this is thought, communication, truth, and logic. And it is communication on all platforms whatsoever. It could be a note that you tie to a pigeon and send off to your beloved, or it could be social media, right? It goes right across the board. Now, this is about having to make a decision on something, sitting back and saying, look, I need to make a choice. You know you need to make a choice, but you're not actually making the choice here. I think it's about you needing to cut your losses in many ways. Some of you may be seeing a Capricorn, others of you may be seeing a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, or some of you just feel still, for some reason, tied to them. Right. Gain some, oh, really, Scorpio, actually. I was joking about Scorpios earlier, but now I feel Scorpio. Okay, I want to be all honest with you, right? Because that's how I am. Be real with yourself here, Aquarius. Like, really real. Like, inwardly real. Is this something that you want to go back to? Is this something that you... Like, there's too much... It's too much is past now, isn't it? There's too much past. It's like it can't... It might be an ex coming back, or it just might be the fact that you still feel tied to someone. It's like, it's gone now. Take off the blindfold and see it for what it is. This is about you seeing things for what they really are and cutting the cords on that so you can move forward. That's what's important. And looking at what you have rather than what you don't have. Make the decision though. But make a good one for yourself so that you lift the blindfold, you see things and you go, right, okay, I'm not just going to take out the sword and swipe someone or cut someone's head off. I'm going to be very knowledgeable and make the best decision for me. Now for couples, some of you may be deciding whether or not you want to actually stay in a toxic relationship. Obviously some of you have great relationships and that's fantastic, but more so the message is here for people who are really stuck in a rut in their relationship. Do you want to remain in this very overbearing, overwhelming, dominant relationship with someone that doesn't fulfill your emotional needs? Straight up, do you want that? Do you want to keep getting hurt, Aquarius? Do you want to keep getting bowled over by their words? Or their lack of words? Because I feel like some of you guys are with people that, be it male or female, that give you the silent treatment. Yeah. And they keep it going for days. Days. Even weeks. Oh, guys, get yourselves out there. Do what you want to do. It's up to you to stay in it or not, but ask yourself that question. Do I want to stay in this sort of relationship? And do I want to be in this exact same place this time next year? If you're ever wondering how you feel about something, ask yourself, do I want to be here this time next year? Do I want to be saying the same things to the same people this time next year? And if the answer is no, then you've got 2 swords for a reason here. Cut the cord if necessary, okay? Or at least defend yourself in some way. But I'd be careful about escalating this, and I think that's why you've kind of been a bit quieter about this certain relationship. Be very, very careful with this person. That's all I want to say to you. Oh. Couples, be very careful. And then the last card is the 7 of Swords. So more sword energy here, but we've got 7. We've got deception. We've got deceit. Tinker, tailor, soldier, spy. We've someone that masks themselves in such a way that it's sometimes hard to detect that they're being deceitful to us. And this is someone else. This isn't you. And I want you to focus on the imagery here. We have the 2 of Swords here, right? And they've left 2 swords. They've taken 5, but they've left 2. In many ways, this person may also, or if you're couple, I'll just go to couple first. For some of you, this person may want you to actually sever this relationship, but they don't have the courage to do it themselves. So they leave you these 2 swords for you to make that decision. Some people may view that in different ways. Some people may say that they don't have courage, and then other people may say, well, that's just a coward's way out. I mean, it is what it is, particular to you. I'm not saying it's either or, because I don't know this person directly, you do. But that's what they're trying to get away with something with you, Aquarius, and you need to look at it. You need to look at this and be like, well, hold on a second, what are you doing here? What are you taking these 5 of Swords for? And you're making me make all the decisions here. But that's not a bad thing in some ways, because you can take those swords, you can sever ties, and you can go on the path of your destiny, which is like wants you to go. And I feel like for couples, those of you who are with someone now that are in this toxic kind of relationship, do know that they don't support you in where you're going, right? I think you know that and you feel that they don't support you in where you're going. And this is it could also be the decision-making aspect for you, which is, do I stay in a toxic relationship with someone that doesn't fulfill me, or do I go by myself and be part of something that really does fulfill me? Now for singles, you just got to be careful maybe of a Leo or Sagittarius that may be around you, or maybe hunting around you in the last few days of these 2 weeks, because not all is not what it seems. They are not what it seems. They wear a mask. They may pretend that they can help you in where your destiny is going. You may feel like you can confide in them. What I'll say is, don't be very bloody careful. They'll take what they want if you give it, and then they'll bugger off. If you want that, if that's the route you want to go down, okay, cool. If not, though, be aware. All right? I think you just got to let them run off, though. Just be aware of the mask that people hold. Be very aware of the mask, okay? Difficult love reading. It's not great. I wish I could give you more. But as I always say, when things come up and perceived to be negative, at least it's like red flag, red flag, red flag. And we know exactly how we can deal with this now because we see it popping up, yeah? So that you can be at your best to deal with these scenarios. All right. Okay, Aquarius, all my lovely Aquarius, this has been your bi-weekly reading for September the 1st to September the 17th, 2016, I nearly said. 2017. If you dig what I do, please like and leave a comment and subscribe. And sure, why not? Share the video as well. I wouldn't mind that at all. If you would like guidance in your personal life in some way, be it just general or love, I do both. My email address below, you can email me directly and I will send you on a email with my service list and my price list as well. Also know that I do Skype and I do video footage readings as well, depending on how busy I am. Sometimes I can't always do video, but I can do Skype. Also, if you're interested in a twin flame reading, which is one of the love readings that I do, I did it for all the earth signs there. So a previous video, if you look back through some of the videos, you'll find it. That's the twin flame one that I do for all my clients. I've created that myself and my clients seem to really love it and it really resonates with them. So if you'd like something like that as well, I have that on the price list. Guys, I'm talking too much, right? God, Gemini rising. Cut the crap already. Have a great 2 weeks. Be careful of yourself. If you want to go inwards and contemplate, that's fine. But just be aware of those people around you and push back on their toxic energy, okay? Take care of yourselves, Aquarius. I will see you in the following 2 weeks. Take care. Bye-bye.